In October 1669, the Virginia Assembly enacted a law removing criminal penalties for people who killed slaves that resisted authority. That practice would not be considered murder because the, quote, premeditated malice, unquote, element of murder could not be formed against one's own property. In the following years, Virginia continued to reduce protection for slaves. In 1723, the Assembly removed all penalties for the killing of slaves. That meant that an enslaved person could be killed for an offense as minor as picking bad tobacco. In effect, enslavers could kill enslaved people with impunity in colonial-era Virginia. Laws in the other colonies were also weak when it came to protecting the lives of slaves. Following the American Revolution, many states created penalties for killing slaves. But the loophole permitting the killing of an enslaved person during, quote, correction, or to prevent resistance, remained. As a result, slave owners were rarely punished for killing enslaved people throughout the history of slavery in America.
1800s, there was an act called the Casual Killing Act in Virginia. And what this was a law that said that if you killed someone, black, as a result of correcting them, but it would not be considered a felony, but anyone accused, so giving that punishment would be basically free of any punishment or any wrongdoing. Now then, of course, if one looks closely, we go, who then were they trying to protect? That was beating someone to death so frequently that you needed a law to protect them. And that would be white women who were beating black children to death. Because, well, whose children were they really?
Shalom, this is the brother Igdaliah, Ban Yasharala, coming at you with another quick lesson through the Spirit. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harekah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. The men I've learned this 100% truth from, and salutations to the Aki in pushing this truth across the four winds of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Barakathum. More wickedness is being revealed pertaining to all these heinous acts of brutality these devils have done to the Israelites. Okay? Now, there are some brothers that I'm sure probably already know about the Casual Killing Act. I'm just finding out about it. And for you brothers and few sisters in the faith who did know about the Casual Killing Act, you know now as well. Okay? These devils made up an unrighteous law to protect themselves from murdering slaves, which really makes no sense to me. Because if this law never took effect, them devils would have still been able to kill a slave for picking bad tobacco, or an Edomite woman beating a so-called black child to death with no consequences, which is called impunity, meaning to be exempt from punishment. Okay? The Lord says in Leviticus 26 verse 38, ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. Meaning that by us being under the curses in captivity under these Edomites, they will be able to commit heinous acts of brutality on our people, and there will be no power in our hands to do nothing about it. Okay? But there's two sides to every story. And the flip side to this story is that Yahweh Shah is returning to take vengeance on these Edomites for atrocities such as the Casual Killing Act. Okay? So now it's time to go into some scriptures pertaining to retribution. So the first precept I'm going into will be out of the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 8. Psalms 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. That's right, man. And who is the daughter of Babylon? America, Babylon the Great. And Yahweh Shah is returning to destroy this wicked place. And on top of that, Yahweh Shah is also returning to open up a can of whoop ass on you Edomites, all out death and destruction. And the icing on the cake will be when you devils are reborn as slaves in our kingdom for 1,000 years. We gonna get medieval on you Edomites, vicious, brutal beatings. You gonna be working non-stop. And as I always like to say, we gonna work you devils until your bones break and your hearts give out. No remorse. We're going to knock your teeth out with chisels and force feed you. We're going to make you dig a hole in the ground, and that's going to be the bed you sleep in. And if you even think about getting out of line, we're going to feed your Edomite ass to a pack of lions and watch them tear your ass apart. And this is just some of the hell we're going to put you devils through in our kingdom. Psalms 137 verse 8, once again, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So retribution is inevitable. All right. Verse 9, Psalms 137 verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. That's right. You devils was feeding Israelite babies to gators, cutting the unborn fetus out of the mother's womb, then stomping it to death. And as a matter of fact, you devils was taking Israelite children and bashing them on stone walls. And I'm going to prove it by showing this picture from this book called A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indies by the author Bartolomé de las Casas. So let me go ahead and show that picture right quick. Here it is right here. Now, this was during the time when them damn Spaniards invaded the island of Hispaniola, which is known today as Haiti. Okay? And look at what these damn devils was doing to our people, man. Hanging them from a log naked, about to get burned alive. Okay? Now let me blow this picture up a little bit so we can see it better. Now look at this devil right here, man, to the right. Look at what this devil is about to do, man. Take an Israelite child and bash him up against a stone wall. And some of these Edomites still seem to act shocked as to why we hate them. You're preaching hate. Was this not hate? This was a pure act of hatred you devils done to the children of Israel, you fucking hypocrites. And when we see these type of atrocities, this is why we hate you Edomites so much, and we can't wait to get our hands on you and your children and do to your children what you've done to ours. That's what you call retribution, justice being served. Okay? Now going back into the scripture, Psalms 137 verse 9 once again, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. That's right, man. We gonna do to you devils what you done to us plus some. Okay. And as I just said, that is what you call retribution, justice being served. Okay. Now, the next precept I'm going into will be out of the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Lamentations 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. You damn devils have enjoyed being able to destroy the Israelites by way of violence. You would have a community gathering and come enjoy watching the so-called black man get hung or burned alive. You've enjoyed seeing our people get railroaded by your unjust so-called white supremacist judicial system. It's all good because you devils gonna drink down a double cup of slavery in our kingdom for 1,000 years. As it says in Revelation 18 verse 6, and the cup which she had filled to her double. You devils gonna have the full out experience of what it's like to be oppressed, persecuted, and treated unjustly for a very long time, while we, the Israelites, laugh and enjoy every bit of your suffering. Verse 22, Lamentations 4 verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. That's right, man. Us being in captivity is about to come to an end. Yahweh Shah is returning soon to redeem the hopeful elect and take us to our homeland Israel. But for you Edomites, your trouble is just beginning. A large portion of you devils live like river rats in your own kingdom. A bunch of homeless drug addicts the Lord then brought low. You devils, man, are at an all-time low, okay? And all your wickedness is being revealed. And you're going to steadily decline all the way up until you're reborn as slaves in our kingdom. The curses that the Israelites are under are starting to slowly but surely take effect on you Edomites. And you can see it. All right. Now, the next precept I'm going into will be out of the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. Isaiah 14, verse 1. And this is one of my favorite scriptures to read pertaining to retribution. Isaiah 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And these strangers are talking about the Israelite foreigners. Okay. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's clear cut, straight to the point, man. Okay? The oppressor will become the oppressed. We gonna own you devils. You gonna be our property, doing all type of laborious jobs. As it says in Ezekiel 39 verse 14, they shall sever out men of continual employment. We ain't gonna never run out of work for you devils to do. Okay? And we might let these other heathen nations be taskmasters over you, making sure the job gets done correctly while we kick our feet up. All right? Now, the next precept I'm going into will be out of the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 11. Jeremiah 50, verse 11. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellows as bulls. And who destroyed the Israelite heritage? You damn Edomites did it. You're the culprits. Verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. That's right, man. For all the hell you devils put on our people by way of rob, rape, and murder, this place, America, you Edomites call home, is going to go up in flames via thermonuclear missiles. The Lord about to turn America, Babylon, the Great into a desert. He about to cremate this damn place. All right? So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kwadash. Lord willing, until the next lesson, Shalom, Wa'ababa, Kwam Yasharallah.